All right, I'm firing her up, but we're off screen and muted. Hello, and welcome back to the CT Avis YouTube channel. We're happy you could join us tonight. I am CT Avis, and tonight we are playing Call of Cthulhu Holiday Edition. You can tell the old one there is wearing a Santa hat. He's ready to go. And we are breaking a bit from our regular continuity with these characters. I think perhaps John, our keeper, will tell us a little bit more about this. But we are putting the previous adventure that we had just started, or investigation, we had just started on pause. That was before Thanksgiving. The Thanksgiving, Wednesday before Thanksgiving was a one shot. It's very confusing. They're all up there on my YouTube channel, so go back and look at that. But tonight, here we are with Call of Cthulhu. John, please save me. I'm babbling.
Yes, tonight on a very special Call of Cthulhu. Yeah, so it might be a little confusing for anybody following along at home. We are taking a short hiatus, or a long hiatus maybe, from the game that we just started 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. We'll get back to that. There's no real rhyme or reason that I can explain in the game lore, so just use a little bit of suspension of disbelief. We Yeah, maybe that was a fever dream. Who knows? But we'll get back to it eventually. At least I definitely want to. So instead, we are skipping ahead since there are only 3 Wednesdays, 3 game sessions before Christmas Eve. So I figured let's skip to this. And speaking of this, tonight's scenario is called Last Christmas. And I want to thank CT Avis for allowing me to host the game tonight. And I'm joined by Justin Riddle. I didn't know someone was going to say who the hell.
Who the hell's Justin?
Right. As Larson, as Larson Shane, the team's bootlegger. I'm also joined by my friend Matt Trombley, who is playing Professor Dr. Morgan Granville, the parapsychologist. We also have Tim Halligan as Anton Kuznetsov, the barnstormer and airplane mechanic from Pennsylvania. We have Bob Thayer playing as Bartholomew Brick McAllister, a veteran of World War One, or I guess the Great War. And then we have C.T. Avis as Sam Slade, private investigator. And I am John Aiken. I am the keeper of arcane lore. Thank you for joining us as we terrorize our players through, or at least, enjoy this Christmas spirited adventure.
Well, that's it. Good night. Thanks, folks. Thanks for coming.
As a quick reminder, because we haven't mentioned the name of the place in a very long time, the location that the investigators use as a sort of base of operations is a restaurant that was once a bar, but is now just a restaurant because of prohibition. And the name of that restaurant was the Adventurers Club, trademark, copyright, not me. And it is a front for an organization called the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. And that's the group that our investigators are members of. The group itself is led by a man named Colonel Critchlow Stanton. He is sort of the owner / leader of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers, who are also related to the Society for the Exploration of the Unexplained, which is a similar group that is located in Arkham University. Yeah, and this is where we start. Just wanted to make sure everybody remembered a couple of those little details. The Adventurers Club is unusually quiet for Christmas Eve. Noon sunlight filters through frosted windows in the front dining room, where a scattering of evergreen garlands and a slightly lopsided wreath try their best to make their place feel festive. In the back, through an unmarked door, lies the real reason you're all here: the Speakeasy, and home of the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. A gramophone murmurs a lazy jazz tune, its needle crackling softly. The air is warm, scented with citrus peels, polished wood, and the faint bite of good gin. You sit together around a small round table, celebrating the holiday early with afternoon cocktails and a tray of snacks: spiced nuts, olives, and little toast points that vanish faster than the waitress can bring them. For now, the world outside feels distant. This is a moment of calm and camaraderie and comfortable warmth. From the front of the restaurant, you faintly hear the bell over the door jingle, and a man's voice calls out, muffled. "Delivery! Got a letter here." You hear some shuffling, a brief exchange, and the soft, hurried footsteps of Sally Sterling, the main waitress of the restaurant, ever cheerful. Today, still in her apron, cleaning supplies in hand, cleaning up the restaurant after the last of the noon patrons. She pushes through the speakeasy door, looking puzzled. And she says, sorry to interrupt, glancing around at your table. But this mailman just dropped this off. Says it's for. And she squints at the worn envelope. Larson Shane? And she hands it over to Larson.
Thanks, Sally. What do we got
Yeah.
here?
Sal, you might want to remove your fingerprints from that letter, just as a case may be.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Hope I didn't ruin anything. Larson, the envelope
I doubt it.
feels. The envelope feels old. It's brittle at the edges. The paper is yellowed and soft, as if it's been writing in the bottom of a mailbag for decades. The ink is faded, smudged in places, but the postmark stamped across the corner is from this month. It's fresh, recent. And your name is written in a familiar hand. The return address shows that it's from Aunt Eliza Hemlock. Whatever this letter contains, it's taken a very long time to reach you.
Well, that's weird. She's been gone for probably about 15 years now. Well, turn the letter over and carefully open it, considering its weatheredness.
Yeah, even the seal on it feels, brittle, like an old envelope would. And you open it up carefully, and inside the envelope you find nothing. It's empty.
Like any remnants of what used to be paper or something?
Literally nothing inside of it. The only thing about it that seems to stand out is the address on the return address. It is your Aunt Eliza's address from just outside of Foxfield. And as you look at the address, you feel suddenly a flood of emotions and memories, and you feel a tugging, sort of. You're drawn to that address more than you have felt in a long time.
Yeah, Auntie Eliza. She was a good one. Never did get out to her, get out there to get out to her place that last Christmas. Wonder if that place is still there.
Yeah, just thinking this, you have memories of Christmas music and singing with your aunt, and memories of yourself as a kid sitting on the floor, anxiously waiting and impatiently waiting to open up anything. And you even kind of remember all the smells and the scents of her cooking, because if she was anything, she was at least a good cook for all the craziness that she had going on in her life.
She had a real nice house. Good cook. Always a wonderful place to be. Husband wasn't around much, though. I don't think I've ever really met him. That had something to do with the mob. I don't actually know how she had her money. Might have been related, but I'll miss him that after she died.
Yeah, and you feel, and
Kind of
this
want to go
it's
back and check the place out. Good.
Yeah, that sensation you feel is strong, like to the point where whatever you were drinking, you find yourself just putting it back down on the table without even finishing it, and you practically feel like just putting your coat on and leaving right now.
So yeah, fellas, I don't mean to cut this short on a night like this, but I think I might take off. Some unfinished business. Seeing a place I probably should have seen a long time ago.
You want to go alone or with friends?
Sure, sure. I mean, it's Christmas Eve. I wouldn't mind some extra company.
Of course, my dear boy, if you don't have any friends available to go with you, we would be more than happy to accompany you. I jest, of course.
Yeah, I was
I
going
hope
to say,
so.
I
We've
kind of
been
think
through
we are
enough.
his friends.
Cut him off.
That was, in fact, the joke. Perhaps that did not deliver it correctly.
Maybe I've had too many there, Doctor. Professor. Where's the other doctor? Maybe you can look at my busted up arm before we take out. Fine.
Yeah, strangely, Dr. Hampton is not at the table.
Well, we'll leave him a note where we're going, and if he shows up, so be it. I mean, I could use a break from all the ghouls and weirdness. Let's go check out your ancestral estate.
You got break last time, right in the arm.
Ah, that's very sharp,
Now
Eyed
there's
of
a
you.
joke.
Anton.
So apparently none of us are terribly good at telling jokes this evening. Or afternoon. I forgot what time of day it was, sorry.
Have
Afternoon.
a few more, you won't care.
Hey, Larson, how many can fit in your car?
Let's see. How many of us?
I think his car is pretty small, actually, but
I think it's at least 2 rows of seats. I think all 5 of us could fit. So Brick's gonna have to probably squeeze.
I'm like 3 people. Yeah.
We need a
Yeah,
second vehicle just for Brick.
you might have to strap him to the hood of your car.
You just run alongside.
Hey, Doc, if you don't mind, we're going to take your car. Just speak up if you don't want us to take your car. I think that settles it.
I think we're in the clear.
And you're
Yes.
none.
Just leave him your keys, Larson, so he can catch up with us, if you don't mind. I mean, it's your keys. You do what you want with them. I'm just thinking.
He's careful enough. I'll leave him with the colonel. Should he come calling?
Yeah, I can certainly hold on to those for you. I hate to see you fellas leave so early, but as a matter of fact, I think I should probably start to head home for the Christmas Eve festivities at my own home. So, you boys enjoy yourself. Have a good Christmas.
Yeah, have a merry one to you too.
Have a merry little Christmas. That could be a good song.
Foxfield is about an hour's drive, approximately west of where Arkham is located. You get in the car. Whoever's driving, takes about an hour.
I'd imagine that would be.
Yeah, probably so. The drive itself is uneventful. There's no snow on the ground, but it is cold enough that the ground, feels and looks almost like that permafrost sort of hard frozen ground. You can see a little bit of frost on some of the tips of the leaves, but otherwise it's a pretty simple, easy, uneventful drive. And before you know it, you are at the end of a long dirt driveway that goes through a set of woods. And Larson, you remember this as being the entrance to the Hemlock House, Aunt Eliza's house. And you turn down the drive. The driveway winds upward through bare trees and frozen mud. The sky is iron gray. There's no snowfall, only dead winter and silence. And at the end of the drive, Hemlock House waits. From the outside, it is beautiful. This looks like the house of someone who came from some money. It's not a mansion. It's not gigantic. It's 2 floors. But it is very pretty. And it's decorated with lights all over it. There's even a snowman. Or not a snowman. There's a snowman. There's a snowman where there's no snow. There's a tree out front, pine tree, that's got lights on it as well. Obviously, someone that does well for themselves, as Larson probably remembers. Let me give you over to here. And I'm going to share a handout that is... let's see here. Not 100% accurate, but it's fairly close. If you imagine that if you can flip the photo or mirror the photo with the door being on the right side, that would be a little more accurate. If anybody could give me a power check, please.
Success 73.
And anybody else who wants to make the roll, doesn't matter who or how often or how many.
All right. Oh, hard failure. You're a failure. 99.
Yeah.
That's not a good start.
Get it out of the way early.
Shake them
All
out.
the way early.
I'm just right on cue. Keep on keeping on.
Trombley, a power check?
Oh, sure. Uh-huh. How? Did I
Yeah,
double
we'll go with
click
the-
it? Awesome. My
Yeah,
mouse
we'll go
loves
with-
double clicking things.
We'll go with the first one. As the car gets closer to the house, everybody who passed, you feel an almost like a shudder, almost like a coldness run up your spine. Almost like you step out into a winter morning wearing just shorts and a t-shirt. It's that sort of sudden cold along the back of your spine. And as you approach the house even closer, you do in fact see snow on the ground. And it is presently snowing. And it's not like it's just circled around the house in a strange way. It's you can see that it is snowing now throughout the woods that surround the house too. And you pull up. You are in front of the house. What do you do?
Fellas, we're here. I remember when I was a kid going through those trees, felt like going through a gate to another world.
As a matter of fact,
look-
at the top of... Sorry, go ahead.
So I look back down the driveway we just came up. Is it snowing anywhere else?
Yeah, it's snowing all the way down. Well, as far down the driveway that you can see from where you are now. It's not a perfectly straight road or drive. It does go through some trees, so there's a couple twists and turns here and there. But from what you can see, it is snowing behind you as well.
Larson, who owns the place now? I don't want to walk in and scare the hell out of it because, look at you, look at me, look at Brick.
I'm pretty sure the place has been abandoned since she passed. Can I look the house over? Make sure it's looking not falling apart and dilapidated and stuff.
Yeah, and this doesn't require any roll. Just as you start to walk around, you get out of the car, and before I tell you about the house, there is a gate. It's mostly ornamental, sort of at the top of the drive that you do have to pass through in order to get to the house. Sort of as you said, when you were a kid, it kind of made you feel like you were entering another world as soon as you walked through that gate and onto the property. Snow falls in perfect, gentle flakes. You see warm light spilling from the windows. The porch seems freshly painted, trimmed with garland and glowing with soft yellow bulbs. And inside, you hear faint music drifting through the window glass. And from everything that you can see, Hemlock House stands fully restored.
I thought you said abandoned.
I kind of thought it was. And again, it's been a long time. Haven't been able to get back out here.
Okay.
Maybe some squatters. Maybe somebody moved in. I wonder if they'd mind if I didn't just take a peek at the house for old time's sake.
I have wrench.
Most people, you knock on the door and let people answer for them.
Okay, and if squatter, I can knock on head.
That may be appropriate. Maybe. We'll see when we get there. I'll walk up to the house and knock on the front door.
Yeah, Larson, you start to step up the few steps onto the porch that leads to the door. And even before you get to the door, before you can even knock, the door swings open. And there's Aunt Eliza, dressed in a festive clothing. And she's got a huge smile on her face. And just this beaming, glowing eyes. She looks just happier than you ever remember her. And she puts her arms out and says, "Oh, Larson, come in, come in." I mean, she looks exactly like she did in your memories. Warm eyes, silvering hair, pinned up. And you can smell the scent of spices and roasted meat spilling out around her and just wafting right past your face. "Oh, you made it just in time. Come in. You've brought friends. Please come in before the cold sets in the house."
Yeah. Good to see you too.
And as soon as you
Okay,
say that,
come on in, guys.
she looks at you and kind of wrinkles her nose a little bit and says, "Is something wrong?"
I'm gonna kind of like rub my eyes some and kind of be like, okay, is this?
Yeah, that sounds like a
some-
great time for a sanity check.
Yeah. This one.
Beautiful. Yeah, you rub your eyes. I mean, you can't get better than that, right? Rolling a 1. Yeah, you rub your eyes. No, everything looks the way as you remember.
Oops, sorry,
Eliza
noise wasn't-
steps backwards. Eliza steps backwards into the house, holding the door open, sweeping arm gesture to invite you all into the house. If you click on the tactical mode, there's supposed to be a map, but I don't see one now.
I'm not seeing one either.
That's disturbing.
Very unmappish.
Oh, no. I know why. Okay. Does everybody go in?
Yeah. As he walks in, Anton greets her, tries to shake her hand and bow his head at her. Nice to meet you, ma'am. Nice to see you above ground.
She looks at you a little funny at that statement. She does shake your hand, but she also pulls you in and kind of gives you almost like what nowadays would be considered a bro hug, with the hand still holding yours and the other arm going behind you. But instead of the bro hug tap, the hug feels genuine and warm and cozy. Even reminds you of being a kid again, being hugged by someone you once loved.
You have good feel, good presence.
Oh, thank you. Please, everybody, please come in. I've got dinner just about ready. Oh,
Pardon my rudeness. I should introduce everyone here.
Yes,
Big
yes.
fellow
who are
over
your
here.
friend?
Call him Brick. You
Brick?
can guess why?
That's appropriate.
This
Ma'am.
fella here's Sam Slade.
It's
Ma'am.
a pleasure.
You've met Anton.
Anton.
And over here is
Lovely.
Morgan Granville.
Charmed, I'm
Mr.
sure.
Mr. Granville, pleasure to meet you.
It's
And
Doctor.
fellas,
Dr. Granville.
Oh, doctor, I'm sorry. I apologize. Dr. Granville.
It's fine. I'm an academic, not a doctor of medicine. It's
Oh,
perfectly. Morgan is more than enough.
Don't poo-poo that degree, sir. That is, the more enlightened people we have around, the better, I say.
fellas, there's my Aunt Eliza.
What's she look like?
And she even, she's got, kind of chubby cheeks. She's shorter than everybody, probably not saying much. Silvery hair. Think of your stereotypical, like, grandma, like, kind of like the one from, like, the Tweety Bird cartoons.
Aww.
Right down to the apron and dress, although in her case it's red and very festive, so it's a red dress with elements of white fur kind of around the sleeves and such, but an apron over the front of it, and her hair pinned up in a bun on the back of her head. Yeah, she closes the door behind the last of you and walks you towards the dining room. So we're going to go ahead and change here. And then if you could, you'll probably be able to click on tactical map now.
It works. Yay!
So as you see, the porch is actually on the right side. But yeah, the house is just lit up. It feels warm. I mean, the amount of actual electric lights that you can see around astounds you. I mean, for a house, this is amazing. You can hear beautiful music coming from a slightly scratchy gramophone in the room that's directly across from where you walked in. But she immediately starts to walk you towards the dining room that you can see on the map. Please, you're here just in time. I just finished pulling out the goose, and please have a seat, please, boys. It's my pleasure. There's more than enough, that's for sure.
Have you seen Brick? You might need another goose.
Yes. Well, it's funny you say that. And she makes sort of a sweeping gesture to the entire table. The dining room glows with lamplight and tinsel. And at the center of the room stretches a long oak table dressed in spotless white linen. A roast goose gleams at its center, surrounded by apples and chestnuts. A clove-studded glazed ham steams beside it. There are bowls of creamed onions, buttered green beans, and oyster dressing crowding the table's edge. There's a cranberry, like a homemade cranberry sauce that's glistening like ruby glass. And at the far end, desserts wait with ceremonial patience. Plum pudding, mince pies, plural, candied fruits, a towering crystal pitcher of eggnog dusted with nutmeg. It smells like memory made solid. And everybody just sees it and it just feels perfect.
I don't know about Auntie here. I'm saying this, I don't know, to Anton, but I feel like I died and went to heaven. Look at this place.
Yeah. All food.
Oh, yeah, one thing I failed to mention. In the room that you kind of walked past to get to the dining room, they share a wall, and there's a fireplace on the other side of that wall. You do see a beautiful Christmas tree just covered and adorned in lights, and there's presents underneath it. Just everything about this just feels postcard-like. But Larson, this is exactly how you remember your Christmases here. Just every single one was always perfect and was always over the top, always full of food and joy and happiness. And she ushers everybody to sit down and please help yourself, serve yourselves, please.
I'm getting first dibs at the ham.
Yep. But before I say to Morgan, hey, doctor, does this seem all legit? I mean, it seems legit, but like, should we eat?
Well, it would be rude not to.
I'm just
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm not sure either. Now that you mention it, but I mean, nothing seems nefarious. Just slightly unusual. Well, rather unusual. Well, compared to some of the other things, I guess we've seen only slightly unusual. Definitely not normal. I feel like
Mumble about
Granville
over here.
started like absent-mindedly dishing up while he's saying this. No, we can eat. We can eat. Probably.
Yeah, what are you mooks
safe.
waiting for? Grab a plate.
Yeah, and even Aunt Eliza is like helping out, you know. She cuts one of the legs off the goose and, you know, offers it to anybody that wants it, and is pushing all the sides to
I
everybody,
feel like
scooping
she
some and
cuts the
dumping it
leg off and sets it down and then just hands the rest of the goose to Brick.
to Brad.
Only
Yeah,
for
Brick
him to
is
reach
not-
over and grab the leg too.
Yes, even
Rick, as a
better.
matter of fact, I mean, as a big guy, I mean, yeah, you're hungry. I mean, this is probably the best food you've seen in probably years.
Yep. Yeah, he survives on diner food.
The
Oh,
diner
um,
survives on you buying that food.
His girlfriend works at the diner.
Yeah, and she sits down on one of the seats, and she even has to move, you know, some of the food and some of the decorations on the table, like aside to just be able to look at everybody. You know, Larson, how have you been? How is everything?
Things have been pretty good. Got my own kind of business thing going on. some guys. But how about you? What have you been up to?
Oh, just trying to keep myself busy. Ever since my husband passed away. It's been a little while now, of course, but it's just keeping myself busy. But you, what,
Yeah,
what
but
kind
it's
of what kind of business are you in?
Yeah, Larson, what kind of business are you in?
Supplying goods to people who seek them, as a way of speaking.
He's good at it too. Seems to have lots of money.
You see her kind of furrow her brow a little bit and kind of look at you from, below the tops of her eyelids, and you're not in the same business, are you?
No, I don't make a lot of money. I fly.
To Larson. That's even better though.
Not in the same business, though. Some paths do get crossed.
Well, you stay out of that funny business. That money pays for a lot, but it's kind of blood money, as you know.
I know. I make sure. I make sure to keep them all at arm's length.
Well, listen, please, eat up, please, everybody.
I would like to
And-
hear a more happy tale, Mrs. Hemlock. Tell us something about Larson as a kid.
Larson as a kid. Well, Larson used to spend every Christmas here. Isn't that right, Larson? You used to come, and ever since you were little, uh, myself not having any children, Larson to me felt like my own child. Now, granted, he was my sister's son, but like I said, without any children of my own, I loved nothing more than spoiling Larson. So anything he wanted, he could have. One year it was a wooden train, and another year, I think it was boxing gloves. I can't even remember. But no, he's always been a good kid. That's for sure.
I wore them gloves out too. They got their use. Not on anybody, mind you, but
Well, that's good. And she even takes one of the scoops of food, and she kind of jumps it on someone's plate and uses it to point at you. He goes, "That's good to hear. You better not be striking anybody for no reason now. You hear?"
I would never.
There's always a reason.
I'm sorry.
find them.
Was that Mr. Slade? What did you say?
I said, there's, you always have to use reason.
Yes. Reason is his king. So please, I see. I don't know if anybody's eaten yet. So I see everybody seems hesitant. Oh, except for our friend here. Everybody diving in?
Oh, yeah.
Larson's definitely digging in.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I mean,
Yeah.
Slade actually thinks this is probably some sort of trap and a bad idea, but the hell, he's like, I don't care. This is too nice to pass up.
It could be a trap, but it smells good, so.
Yeah.
Well, the food is delicious. I mean, it tastes and seems like everything was somehow cooked all at once and timed just perfectly and served at the perfect temperature. Like nothing just seems out of place, other than the strangeness of this for you guys. But it's top notch, delicious. Probably some of the best food any of you have had, not just Brick, but any of you have had in years. But obviously homemade. You could tell that there's a lot of love and care that went into every dish that you can taste. Oh, it's nice to see you, all you boys eating. Some of you have quite a healthy appetite, please. And pushes the ham towards Brick a little bit, and Anton a little bit.
Slade's got like a tear running down his cheek. This is some of the best food I've had in years.
Every
If-
year.
Every year. You
If-
lucky son of a gun.
Let's see here. Yeah, if everybody could give me a
Uh-oh.
fighting brawl check. No, I'm just kidding.
It's my drumstick!
I don't see the button for eating too much and giving myself a bellyache.
If we're doing fighting brawl, can we just say one?
Who came in
Yeah, I
second?
don't think
That's
we
really
have
what
to.
we're looking for.
You're right. That's right. If anybody's got anything from like a natural world or even a spot hidden would be okay. Either of those skills, whichever one happens to be higher, go ahead and roll for that.
I got a success on spot hidden.
Do I have any points in natural worlds? Not a ton. Spot hidden.
I am very happy eating.
Same.
Yeah, Anton, you're in like a food
I
coma.
swear
that's
I am
appropriate.
trying to click things a single time.
Can you right click on it and choose roll? Will it do it once?
I'll try that next time.
Yeah, we'll go with your first roll of 2. So until you try that, we'll just do the first roll. Because that's what we've been doing. Yeah, everybody who succeeded. The food is delicious. Smells delicious. Feels delicious. Tastes delicious. Until it isn't. The goose starts to feel a little rubbery. Like you're chewing on a deflated balloon, and then the creamed onions kind of taste like water and nothing. The eggnog, even whoever has a sip of that, just almost like tasteless milk. If you still feels thick, but the flavor, it's no longer sweet. Just doesn't feel right. Now, if everybody could now also give me a listen check. Got a hard success for Larson, success, failure, failure.
Listen,
Yes.
will this right-clicking thing work? Oh, it doesn't want to right-click selected at all. Oh wait, okay, maybe.
There you
Yes,
go.
I rolled just once, and I
Beautiful.
failed. Let's go.
So Anton and Larson, I mean, first of all, each of you kind of notices within the other that something feels a little bit amiss with the food. You can see it in each other's faces suddenly. And before I get to the listen check, even Aunt Eliza kind of seems to see all of you sort of slowing down, maybe, or chewing a little bit differently, kind of from to Eh.
Where's my napkin? I suddenly need to wipe my mouth in a very specific manner and then just fold my napkin up a little.
And she says,
No reason.
oh, no, is something wrong? And then she stands up. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me try and finish this. And she reaches down to pick up the plate that the goose is on and scurries away into the kitchen across the way. And you can hear her shuffling about in there. But for those of you that made the listen check, you can hear from. She went through like the north door, right across the hall into the kitchen. There's like a set of double doors that you walked through to get in to this room. Across from that door and across the hall, the two of you hear a deep, bellowing but quiet, as if muffled by a closed door, laughter. And you hear like, and that was Larson and Anton.
Is
Didn't think anybody else would have been here. Well, didn't think
sounds
anybody
like
be
your
here.
own.
Something feels off. I think we should maybe check something out.
When you were a kid, who else would be here with you? Your aunt and uncle.
Just my mom and pops. Her husband, he wasn't really around almost at all. I can't even remember what he looked like for the most part.
Yeah, so what do you do?
I'm gonna stand up from the table and I'm gonna kind of go out the door to try and find out where the laughing's coming from.
I'll walk
Anybody
with
else?
him.
Okay, the two of you. Yeah, directly across the hall is a door. It's actually another set of double doors. And from behind that door, you can hear. It's still quiet, but definitely just loud enough that the two of you can hear it. Just more of the like, and it sounds joyful. Like it doesn't sound evil, doesn't sound sinister. It sounds like someone genuinely laughing, sort of that laugh from right from the stomach.
Oh, sounds like Angie's got another guest. Considering dinner and kind of what it's turned into, maybe we should retire in here for a little bit. I'm gonna slowly open the door.
Yeah, and you know this room to be the study. This is actually where Aunt Eliza would spend a lot of time just reading whenever she wanted just a little bit of respite, away during the Christmas festivities when you used to spend time there. You slowly open the door, and the two of you are immediately, like almost instantly, blinded by a bright light just from your eyes settling. From this bright light, the room where you see it's supposed to be a globe on a bureau behind a chair, where those are supposed to be, it's not actually there. You actually see just piles of more food, but in this time it's mostly desserts, tons of fruit, lots of grapes, and then there's candelabras and candles and ornate candles just all over the place, sort of in a semicircle, in that corner of the northwestern corner of that study. And in the middle of it all is a large chair that looks like almost like a throne. And sitting in it is this enormous man. I mean, he's not just tall, he makes brick look small. He's comically huge, so big that his head is a little bit bent from the ceiling. And he's wearing an equally huge green coat. On his head is it's almost like a crown made of holly bushes, ringed with candles that are lit. And in his hand, in one hand, he's holding something that looks like a cross between like a torch and a cornucopia. But even that is glowing with this strange fire. And in his other hand is a large metal goblet. And you see him, and he's got this big beard, and he takes a huge sip of this, and it's obviously wine, and there's this red wine like spattered across the bottom of his beard there, and he wipes it with his green coat. And now his laugh is just loud, and everybody in the dining room, you can hear this laugh now. and you just hear him go, like, welcome. I'm going to do a handout here. And you have to, I have to apologize because it doesn't kind of match the art for everything, but let me know if everybody can see that.
Yep.
That's what I was imagining, and I was like, that can't be it.
And you just hear him, like, arms sweeping wide, wine spilling a little bit out of the goblet a bit. And just, you can see it, and he's got these, like, bright red cheeks. And he almost seems like he's drunk. And he goes, Larson! Larson, you have no idea who this is. You've never seen this guy before in your life. Larson! Welcome back. It's been a few years, hasn't it?
Yeah, a few. Have we met?
No, you don't know me, but I know you. Where are the rest of your friends?
I'm gonna kind of poke my head out the door and be like, hey fellas, someone wants to meet you? Mr.
Go in.
What's your name?
That's of no consequence right now. But please, come in, all of you, come in. And if you haven't had enough to eat, there's more food.
And just as he does this sweeping gesture, he's not leaning forward so much as it seems like he gets larger and fills up more space in the room. It's just impossibly, I can't even begin to explain. He's impossibly huge. And not from just being slightly overweight. He is just, 3, 4, 6, 7 times the size of a man.
Brick meet entire wall.
Everybody please roll sanity.
Whew. Oh, doctor.
All right, everybody who succeeded, and that is, let's see,
Doc and Larson fail.
okay. So Larson and Granville, right? Roll a 1d4, please. Everybody else loses 1 point of sanity. Larson, you got a 4? All right, divide that by 2.
Sure did.
So, yep, so
Oh.
we're actually rolling 1d2. It's just an easier way to do it. So you roll.
Okay.
So Larson, you lose 2 points of sanity. Granville, you lose 2 points. Everybody else loses 1.
Okay, got it.
So let me jot this down.
How about sanity?
Yeah, you're unnerved by, all of you are unnerved by this guy's presence. Just the fact that his size sometimes just seems to get bigger and then retreats back to what seems to be normal for him. And the fact that Larson, you don't even recognize this guy and he's inside your head. Just everything about this unnerves all of you. Kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. Nothing sinister about him, just doesn't feel right.
So, is everybody enjoying themselves this Christmas?
Well, yeah. Nice to be a familiar place. With familiar people.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Larson, for a moment, you're wondering because you haven't seen or heard from her. Even though it's only been a couple minutes, Eliza hasn't been back. Your aunt hasn't been back with the food or back to the dining room, and just haven't heard from her at all. And this large man sits there and just says,
Please, anybody, would you like some wine?
You're not a cop, right?
No,
He's outlawed now. Sorry, I pass.
really? You're telling me you don't drink? You know it's not good to lie on Christmas.
I'm saying I'm not drinking now.
Aha! We can change that.
and points to there's 5 goblets of wine just on the floor, sort of in a row right in front of him.
But it's okay. If you do not feel like drink, there are grapes. If you do not feel like grapes, what was that?
Everybody give me a listen check.
No idea.
Wow, I heard something.
And for
Hard
everybody that
success.
passed, you hear giggling coming from another part of the house. Not sure where it's coming from, but definitely not from the dining room, definitely not in this room, but from another part of the house. Sounds like a child's giggle.
What did everybody else just hear that?
Yeah.
No.
No, and don't change the subject here. How do you know my auntie?
I believe
go check
I
it
know
out. I'll go check out the gig.
I know all of.
Okay.
I know all of you. Larson, I know Morgan, Sam, Anton, Bartholomew, each and every one of you. But Larson, this isn't about them. It's about you.
I'm gonna go see what Sam's looking for.
Yeah. Sam and Rick, where are you going? What are you doing?
Trying to follow the sound of the giggling.
From
We're in
which
the
you can
hallway?
best assess, because I think someone got a hard success, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, Sam did. Sam, as far as you can tell, it sounds like it came from upstairs. And there's a set of stairs sort of in between the kitchen and the dining room.
I mean, it's giggling.
his
How
aunt
dangerous
said-
could it be?
Well, his aunt said several times she didn't have her own kids.
I'm sorry, owned? Where did you grow up? Never mind. Let's go upstairs.
I'm reaching in my coat pocket for my knife.
The both of you, give me another listen check. Just the two of you.
Another hard success.
Failed it. But just failed it too.
Sam, you notice the gramophone. Even it's not skipping. But you now realize it's been playing about the same minute loop over and over again since you've been in the house.
I tell Brick this.
Severely
others-
long play.
The others in the room. What are you doing? Anything? There's a big man offering wine, grapes, and he seems to know everybody's name.
I'm gonna. I think I maybe go and try and head for the kitchen.
Okay. Granville and Anton, what about you two?
I'm gonna follow Larson.
I think I will also follow Larson.
As the three of you are about to walk out, the giant man in green again seems to shift in size, getting closer to you without actually stepping off of the chair, without actually walking. But he seems to be almost right behind you and says,
Don't forget what I said, Larson. This is about you.
and he's gone. And the three of you roll sanity again, please.
All right, let's go.
I rolled 3 times. We'll go with the first one, which is an extreme success.
Did it
You guys are-
fucking really? What the shit?
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow.
You guys are good.
I'm-
As
yeah.
you step
Quickly
out,
stepping it up.
as you step out into the hallway, you just see Sam and Brick sort of going around the corner, and then start to head up some stairs. And the three of you guys go in the kitchen. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna push the door open and be like, Auntie Eliza, you in here?
No response. The goose that she brought into the kitchen looks like it's been cooked a little bit more, but only about a minute or two under a broiler or something. The skin's a little bit browner, but it's been pulled out and it is on top of the counter. Looks like it's ready to serve, but she is not in the kitchen. Nor do you get a response. And could the three of you guys give me a listen check? And don't forget, you can, just as a reminder, when you're doing skill checks, you can use luck to add to your roll. You can push a roll if you can explain how or why you are pushing it. But in this case, Morgan, you've got a success. And you hear from upstairs the pitter-patter of little feet running across directly above you, kind of from one side of the house to the other.
I say, did you fellas hear that?
Yes, but what I hear, I not know.
It
I
sounded
didn't hear nothing.
rather like footsteps to me, sort of running from one end to the other, just above us.
Maybe Auntie went upstairs. Well, if we got weird people just showing up. We gotta make sure she's all right.
Yes, of course.
And as you decide on your next course of action, we cut to the other two, you who are now on the next floor. So we'll go to, if you click on this technical mode, you'll see another map. And the two of you are at the top of those stairs. There are 4 doors. So at the landing at the top of the stairs, it's a big area, big enough that there's a couch in one part of it. But for all intents and purposes, it's a hallway. But there are 4 doors that you can see.
This place is fancy as hell for this year. All these bathrooms.
Yeah,
Sorry.
as a matter of fact, Larson could tell you that this house was built with plumbing installed. So this was not retrofitted. Um, that's the kind of money that his aunt comes from.
I'm going to guess that I hear the giggling coming from the room with a panda bear in it.
All right, so is that where you guys are headed?
I mean, I wouldn't know that from outside, but
No, I didn't want to bother with like fog of war or anything.
Yeah.
It's okay for you guys to know this. And why can't I ping suddenly? There was a way to ping.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I don't see it anymore as an option. What the heck? Double clicking. Oh, there it goes. You hold it down. So this door here, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you get to the door, and I mean, do you open it? Do you? I mean, it's not
I
D
don't
and D,
know.
right?
What-
Like,
I'll listen. You know, it's like I hear or laughter.
sure. Go ahead
or
and give me an
footsteps.
actual listen check.
Oh, and that's where the luck runs out.
Brick, you can go ahead and give me one too.
I
Yeah, no,
failed just as bad.
You don't hear anything specifically coming from that room, but you do hear another sound. It's another childlike voice, but this time instead of giggling, you hear, hide, hide.
Do you think they're telling us to hide, or they're telling each other? They're probably telling each other to hide. Hey, it's okay, yeah, kids. We don't mean any harm. We just want to make sure you're okay.
There's no response.
Sir, I've experienced an ambush before, and I do feel like one is upon us.
Come on, it's just kids, right? We got to find out what's
Kids.
going on here.
In a house that didn't have children.
And the giant green guy in the other room.
And a woman that's long dead. In a house that's long abandoned.
Now you're making me feel a lot less smart about coming up here.
At least we came together. I am
As you're
Oh,
talking
firmly
about
gripping that
sorry.
knife.
Okay. And as you're talking about this and hesitating to open the door, that's when the other three, Larson leading the three, start to come up the stairs as well. Larson, you see the other two at that door. Here.
Well, hey, fellas. Have you seen Auntie around here?
No, but I could have sworn I heard some children.
Well, I don't see how that's possible. She didn't have kids, and I was the only one who showed up.
And this is what I was just explaining.
You was saying
It's
how
got to be
happy
some
you
kind
was.
of doll or something, right?
Or maybe we're not the only ones that wandered in here. You know, if you were a lost kid and you saw a nice lit up house with Christmas and stuff on it, you might go in there. And I'm not saying they're in danger, but you know, we should just check.
Down the long driveway beyond the iron gate. They just wandered in here.
I'm not feeling so good tonight. You know, my investigative mind isn't as sharp as it used to be. It's been something
What
in
did
that
you
food.
drink?
What didn't I drink
You
is a
afraid
better
of a couple of
question.
kids?
What's that?
What What are you afraid of? A couple of kids?
I'm not. Brick is.
Kids that ain't supposed to be here. Yeah.
Fellas, this is my aunt's house. It's fine. I'm sure they're here for some reason. I'll show you. I'm gonna go ahead and open the door.
Yeah, you open the door, and this is one of the bedrooms that you would have stayed in as a kid, whenever you would spend the night. You recognize the bed. There is a giant stuffed animal, I guess a panda, that's on the bed still. There's not a whole lot else here because your aunt definitely used this as mostly a guest room, but kept it kid-friendly. But, not having her own children, didn't quite know how to totally decorate it, but this was your room for all intents and purposes. You don't see anybody in the room, though. But go ahead and give me another listen check
All of us?
for Larson. No, Larson. If Larson's the first one in.
My ears are broken.
And whoever the last one is that came up the stairs, that would either have been Granville or Anton.
Go ahead.
Sure, I'll try to listen. How are old Granville's ears working? Oh gosh, how many times did I click at that time? Oh, just twice? Okay.
Yeah, again, we'll go with the first roll, and that is a success. You hear another kid's voice shushing someone. You hear them, shh, shh, he's coming. And then you hear what sounds like chains.
Oh dear. Gentlemen, I fear I've just heard something rather unusual and somewhat disturbing. As if a child was shushing another, and then I heard it sounded like the clanking of chains.
Who is the next one into the bedroom?
I think Sam would go next, being the nosy sort.
All right, Sam, give me a spot hidden.
Oh, come on. Maybe the light in here is different. So I'm going to try to push this and it kind of use an old intelligence officer trick to kind of readjust my eyes more quickly.
Okay.
Try to push that.
Sure, I'll take that.
Oh, extreme success.
Yeah, it's you kind of feel like maybe just the change in the lights or something playing tricks on you or whatever. But you see on the floor, and you're sure it wasn't there before. It's like a wooden toy horse. So sort of like a rocking horse, but just very small. So it has like the bowed part under the feet. You could rock it. Also has a small piece of rope attached to the front of it, so you could kind of drag it around as well. You're positive it wasn't there before, and you see it on the floor now.
Hey, Larson, did you ever have a toy like that?
Larson, you look to where he's pointing, and you don't see anything.
Yeah, I've had a rugged in my time.
You don't... I'll go over and I'll pick up the horse.
Yeah, give me a sanity check, please.
Oh, God damn it. Hard success.
Nice. You only lose 1 point.
There's never a time you don't lose a point, is there?
No, sometimes there is. As a matter of fact, with the green guy, there was no penalty for the success. Yeah, you reach down to pick up the toy, and you see it. It's not even like your hand passes through it. You're pretty sure you even touched it, felt it, tried to pick it up, but it's no longer there. It's not in your hand. It's gone.
Magic is illusion. Illusion is magic. What the? All right, you know what? I've seen enough. This might be a dear old auntie's house. I don't see a reason for us to be here. Weird stuff is happening. There's giggling. There's chains. There's food that doesn't taste right. There's a giant green guy. And may I remind you, we have seen some weird stuff before. I think we ought to get in the car and go.
He's not actually green himself. He's dressed in green.
I understand that, Professor Doctor.
Anton,
Nothing's malicious.
Morgan's just trying to cling on to like any last shred of normalcy. Like he's not green. No,
Anton,
everything's totally fine.
where you're standing, which happens to be near the other door on the same that shares the same wall. So this one here. You can feel a sense of cold almost emanating from that door.
He turns around. I think someone left door open or window open, and I open the door.
And as soon as you put your hand on the handle, give me a dodge check.
Oh, goody. Ooh.
The door handle, it's a brass knob, just feels really cold, like unbearably cold, so cold that it feels like it's burning your hand. You do pull your hand away just in time. You do take 1 point of damage, though. Just jot that down.
Excuse me.
Yeah, because I mean, you can feel it almost. You know, you don't hear a sizzle, but it's unbearably cold. And at that point, you notice on the edges of the door where it meets the frame, it just seems like there's a little bit of frost, just barely noticeable, right along the entirety of
Is
that.
it hoary frost?
It's a hoary frost. And the door's open.
Oh, dirt.
Yeah, you do still manage to hold on to the door knob enough to get the door to open. Inside the room, you don't see anything unusual. You see 2 beds. You see what's obviously used as a guest room. Yeah. But the air in the room is cold. It's definitely chilled. As if like a large walk-in freezer.
Friends, he's cold here. Very cold. I'm gonna go check, make sure the windows are shut.
What is everybody else doing while Anton's doing that?
I would go
Alright.
out, but I'll let other people go first.
Seeing as they're talking about kids being around and stuff, and thinking back to being a kid, I'm gonna kind of get low to the floor. I'm gonna kind of look underneath the bed and maybe that couch, see if I see anything underneath.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
No. Open your eyes when you look.
It's hard when you just slam your face into the ground.
So remember, this is Call of Cthulhu. We want to roll low. Lower is better.
We know that's not possible here.
I'll say since Brit's been playing Call
Unless
of
I'm
Cthulhu,
trying to get something out of it.
yeah, your rolling's been all messed up in D&D and stuff.
Oh, really?
Very true.
Our Sunday
Oh my
game.
God, I
Well-
don't think I rolled above a 10.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
nuts.
Also, wasn't everyone rolling like garbage?
I rolled okay, but everyone else had like garbage.
We were
Sorry.
rolling pretty.
No, that's
pretty
okay.
bad. Anywho,
Give me a chance to get some water. Okay, so yeah, Larson. No, you don't see really anything of consequence, other than a wooden block. One that you kind of vaguely remember, maybe as a toy that you had when you were younger. You're not positive. Maybe just because it's something that you remember from when you were really young, but it's not unfamiliar to you, and it's underneath the, like around the foot of the bed is where you notice it.
Would you look at that? I'm gonna reach for it. Maybe keep it for a keepsake.
Yeah. In this case, you have a wooden block that is worn and beat up. It's even got one side that's been painted with some kind of like tempera paint or something that is etched into the paint. So if you imagine one side of the block where it's smooth and it's covered in a red paint, but etched out of the paint are the letters LS. Really crudely etched into it. Almost as
Kinda
if like
smirk
if you
to
wanted
us.
to write your name with a opposite hand sort of thing.
Gonna kind of smirk to myself and kind of talk at the block.
You have one block. Anybody else? Brick, Granville, Sam?
yeah. I think Morgan might go over to that desk that is by the window, and maybe just sort of take a look at that. Maybe just pop open the drawers, just sort of like looking around.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
Sure. Woohoo! I just did it once, and I
You walk-
succeeded.
You walk over to the desk, and in front of the chair and under the desk is a little girl
Ah,
wearing a white sleep shirt, nightgown kind of thing. Probably no older than 5. She's very little. And she's sitting under the desk with her knees up to her chest, her arms around her knees. And as soon as she notices that you see her, maybe you push the chair aside. She scoots back as far as she can, which really isn't any further, under the desk.
who is the nearest person, not counting the child? Who is the nearest person to Granville right now?
Either Larson or Sam. I'll leave that up to the two of them to decide. Or maybe even Brick.
Okay.
One of those 3.
Oh, I'm in the
I-
hallway
I-
still.
All right.
Okay.
Then I feel like Granville would just go. I say, Larson, could you come over here for a moment?
Sure.
Wait, Larson or Sam?
Sorry, I said
Oh,
Larson.
I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're okay.
Voice-
Yeah, that's my line. Sure.
And once he walks over, I think Morgan would kind of like whisper to him, I seem to have found a young girl underneath this desk.
Yeah, Larson,
It,
you
it,
see
it
a
just
girl.
kind of like points. Just like,
You see a girl in a white nightgown, no older than 5, cowering under the desk. She sees you and she feels like she can't. You can tell she feels like she can't go any further under the desk, but she's trying.
Hey, kiddo. What are you doing down there?
You need to be quiet.
What for? Auntie's not gonna throw you out, not in weather like this.
No. He's coming.
Oh, the big green guy?
No. The other one.
What other one?
The one that's been taking all the children. Anton, back in the other room, not only does it feel cold, you start to cross the room towards the window, right?
Yeah.
The window itself is sealed shut. I mean, it's closed. As you start to step in, though, go ahead. No, that's all right. As you start to step in, you feel woozy. Give me a power check, please.
Oh, goody.
Brick, where are you in relationship to either of those doors? I know you're in the hallway.
Between the two doors, so I would have seen Anton's reaction to the door handle, as well as seeing those guys go in.
Okay. From your vantage point, you can also see Anton. Looks like he's just standing still in a daze. Now, Anton, you feel woozy, and you kind of feel like the walls in this room are shifting, almost as if they were painted on a curtain, and then there's a light breeze moving the curtain. Now, you're pretty sure they're not actually curtains for walls here, but that's what it kind of looks like from your vantage point. Back to the other two in the other room looking at the three, looking at the girl under the desk. What do you do?
Hey, listen, kiddo. Coming out, ain't no one gonna hurt you.
That's not true.
Wait, neither one of us is gonna hurt you.
You might not, but he will.
Do I hear
Do you
this?
know where this guy is?
Sam, what were you about to say?
I just asked if I was hearing this or seeing this.
Yeah, no, you can see the kid. You can hear the conversation. For what you guys can tell, this is a real kid. As a matter of fact, if the three of you in the room could roll for dodge, please.
I prefer a Ford.
I don't leap from danger. I face it head on with my whole face.
I can't. weird.
Ooh,
there it goes.
I'm gonna spend a couple luck points on that one.
Yeah, me too.
That was real close.
I will say, without trying to spoil anything, just one of you would need to, because I don't want you to. So, Granville, you were the first to do that, so go ahead and spend 2 luck points.
Okay.
The girl, seeing an opportunity, maybe she sees a break between all of your legs or something, she scurries out from under the desk and tries to lurch out of the room and bumps right into your legs, Granville.
Ah. Not so fast there. Again, none of us mean you any harm whatsoever. In fact, we would like to help you.
And you can see just pure terror in her face. She's starting to cry, and she's barely keeping it together. And she says, "No, that's not true. He's going to get us. He's going to get all the kids. Anton, back in the room. What do? You see this weird thing happening with the walls.
Maybe time I should have had drink. I'm going to take out my wrench and use it to try and scrape the wall. Just try and figure out.
Anything?
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, there's a bit of wall right next to the closet door. That's kind of in the sort of in the corner of the room there. You have just left a scratched mark in the paint. You still feel odd though, and Brick, you can see Anton just standing still, not moving.
I'm gonna poke him.
You're gonna poke, so you're gonna enter the room.
How far
just
into
to
the room
elab-
did he go?
He's not too far, like maybe 2 squares in, say. Right next to the closet door there, or near it. This is Call of
That's
Cthulhu.
pretty-
You did say you were gripping the knife pretty well. What do you mean,
Yep.
poke him?
Well, I mean, I have 2 hands.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, you poke him. Anton, from your perspective, you're
Mhm.
puzzled by the scratch you left on the wall, and you're holding a wrench. Brick, you poke Anton, and he just seems to stand there. The other 3 in the other room. Now what do you do?
I'm going to kneel down and using my more refined voice. Now, honey, we have fought monsters before. We've beat monsters before. If you tell us what this bad person, this bad man looks like, maybe we could actually protect you. I'm trying to charm, I guess.
Go ahead. Why don't you give me a charm roll?
Is that appropriate for this? Is that the right use of charm?
I would think it would still count. You're not charming to. The charm isn't necessarily just sweet talking someone's pants off. It's literally, how charming you are, how charismatic can you be in your conversation with someone, as opposed to fast talking, where you're not necessarily trying to be nice. You're just trying to get a point across and confuse someone. As opposed to also persuade, which is more something like you would try in a court of law. So, charm definitely would be appropriate here. And sure, yeah, you've got big smile. You softened your voice, and you can see her calm down quite a bit. And she goes. She points to the wall that's shared between this room and the next one. And she just goes, in there.
Oh. All right. Somebody want to stay with her, and I'll go look in the other room. Maybe Larson come with me, or I don't know. Somebody stay with the girl.
Let's get to the
Protect
bottom of this.
And
I
who's
can-
staying with the girl?
I can stay with the girl.
Okay.
Hello, we haven't been properly introduced. My name is Morgan.
I'm not supposed to tell my name.
That's fair and probably great advice, whoever told you that.
Cutting back, Sam and Larson, you start to walk around. Brick, give me a power check, please. Brick, as you're finishing poking Anton, you too feel this weird sense, almost woozy, that the walls feel like they're moving. And as you do so, you see Anton now. Looking at the wall, there's a mark on the wall, and kind of looking at his giant wrench and kind of doing one of those like, huh. And then Sam and Larson, as you come around the corner, you see both Brick and Anton just standing still in the room, and you can both feel an intense cold emanating from the room.
Does it feel as cold as it would be outside right now, or does it feel colder? Or
Colder.
wow, okay. Something's not right in here. Hey, you two, get out of there! Hey,
Anton, Brick, you don't hear this at all. Larson, Sam, you see the two of them just standing stiff as a board.
crap.
Yes, come on.
All right. I'm gonna take one step. Like if they're here, if I can make the ping. Okay,
Yeah, how
I'm gonna
about that?
step in here, and Larson grab my belt in case I freeze up. I'm gonna try to. I'm trying to grab. I guess is it Brick? If it's Brick who's near me, good luck me getting him out.
Brick is the closest one to you.
All right, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to pull Brick out.
Sure. Give me a power check, please.
You know, you think I'd be faster at finding this stuff because it's alphabetical, but somehow. Oh wait, no, it's no. I see that's at the
It's
top.
at the top.
Okay. Hard success.
Nice. You feel woozy. You feel the walls slightly moving, sort of wavy gravy style. And
Oh, I don't like that.
Larson, with your hand on his belt, your arm is freezing, just sticking it into the room. But you suddenly see Sam standing stiff as a board.
All right, I'm gonna pull him out.
Give me a strength check with a disadvantage. Or with a penalty die, sorry.
Penalty.
Uh-uh.
Oh no, my baby arms.
He is not budging. Granville, you're down on the ground, or you're kneeling down in front of her.
Yeah.
And she just says in a kind of a low whisper, and she says, "He's coming now." And she's gone. Please roll a sanity check.
Oh boy. Sure.
She just disappeared, or
Doesn't run, doesn't go away, just is gone. We've been going with your first roll.
Doing so good at clicking things.
That second roll is so great.
Yeah, well, we've been going with the first roll anytime I accidentally overclick.
All right.
Here we
Yep.
are.
Go ahead and roll a 1d4 for me, please.
Mm-hmm. Four.
All right. So far, you have lost 6 sanity, so it's an additional 4 that you've lost. I was just going with the total. This scares you. This literally scares you to the point where you feel sick. You can kind of feel like everything you just ate a short while ago feels like it's about to come up.
Oh my.
Larson, what are you doing? at this point.
Doc, not you too. What the hell's going on here? Hey, these guys are stuck in here. You want to give me a hand?
Yes, sure. I'd love to. The girl that I was watching seems to have, for lack of a better word, vanished.
And can the two of you guys give me a listen check?
What,
Sorry, go ahead. You can say what you were saying.
you let her run away from you?
I did not look away from the girl. I didn't say I lost her. I said she vanished.
Granville,
I
if
was
you
too
could do a
busy
listen
arguing.
as well.
I got a 91. Amazing.
Oh, oof.
Granville, you too,
Oh, okay.
with a listen check.
Listening.
Excuse me.
How many times can I click on this one?
That's a twice, and they're both
Ah.
failures.
Awesome. So good. So good.
The two of you, you have no idea where it's coming from, but the both of you do hear what almost sounds like someone with wooden shoes, or maybe an animal with like a heavy animal. And it sounds like it's somewhere in the house. Just almost feels like it's in the hallway right behind you. You just hear like clomp, 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 clomp. What do the two of you do?
What the hell is going on around here?
I don't know, but I was just wondering, how could this evening possibly get any stranger? I fear we're about to find out.
Well, the coldness, Larson, as you were trying to pull on Sam's belt there, now you're feeling it. Now you're feeling the cold extend up your arm and encapsulate your entire body. Go ahead and pull. Go ahead and roll me a power check, please.
Exactly.
Granville, you see Larson just suddenly, before he can respond to you, just stiffen up straight as a board. Larson,
Oh.
you feel around you, the stairs seem to wobble, almost like you're looking through a pool at a set of stairs, and how the stairs don't seem to sit right. Everything around you just kind of seems to move awkwardly. In Granville, you start to feel a cold air rushing from out of the room to you as well.
Oh dear.
You also hear, and no roll necessary, you also hear some more chains.
More chains.
Mhm.
Lawson, I say. It's no time to freeze up now, man. Lawson? Lawson?
Nothing.
Oh dear.
Anything you'd like to do?
I feel like Morgan would be in a little bit of a state, and he probably just like goes back and forth to the various assorted people who are frozen right now. And I say, no, snap out of it. Come on now, come on. No, that's a good man. Come on. No, all right, fine. Please, come on, come on. No.
Perfect. Give me a power check.
Yeah. Okay. Lawson, please, Sam, anyone?
Hey, you suddenly feel very alone, despite being near your friends.
Yeah. Oh.
That's a hard fail.
Give me a sanity check, please.
Yeah, okay. Jeez.
I need a new doctor.
Freaking 99. Huh.
Hard success. Okay,
Okay.
that's good.
All right,
That
Grenville.
means-
Get it together, man.
In this case, you only lose one more sanity.
A banner day for Morgan Granville.
And you also feel everything start to shimmer. As a matter of fact, what I'm about to describe to you applies to everybody. The hallway seems to stretch. The walls in the bedroom seem to pull apart like taffy. All the colors that you see around you smear like someone threw a bunch of buckets of paint at each other. You see snow coming into the house, into the room, and into the hallway. But the snow seems to be coming from the floor and falling upwards. And you feel this dizzying sense of you're not sure where you feel lost. And it's as if you were in, for lack of better words, like a centrifuge or like the rotor ride in a lot of amusement parks, and you just got off of it. Everything just feels dizzying. And then suddenly the world slams back together in a different shape.
Dear me.
You find yourself standing in a frozen forest beneath a violet night sky. Your clothes are gone, and they've been replaced by odd kinds of clothing. In some cases, it looks almost armor-like. You feel almost powerful. You can feel a sense of strength about each of you. Some of you even feel like a tinkling in your fingertips. Morgan, you do. Brick, you do as well. You feel it sort of emanating from your fingers and running through your arms up into your chest, and it feels warm. You are definitely not where you were. And as you each turn to look at each other, Morgan, since you're the last one in, you look and you see standing in front of you a huge, tall, anthropomorphic lion wearing a loincloth and wielding something that looks like a spear, maybe. You also see a weird bird-looking creature wearing strange-looking clothes. You will also see someone standing in a suit of armor that's orange and green, with like a small sort of cape over one shoulder, and his hands are glowing. He's also got a helmet, but from on either side of his helmet, you can see what looked like goat horns. You also see a shorter man, but he's really well dressed. He's wearing like a really nice coat. Looks very fancy and expensive. But he's got pointy ears, which is strange. Each of you turns to look at each other, and you see, everybody else sees standing in front of you, a gigantic turtle standing on his back legs, but his shell is encrusted with barnacles, and he's carrying a shovel on his back. Everything about this just does not feel right. And if everybody could please roll a sanity check.
I think you meant wisdom saving
Most
throw.
done well.
Hard success for me.
Whoa, big time failure.
All right. Well, for
Should
the
figure
two
it out now.
failures, I can tell you just as with the two failures, please roll 1d4. Everybody else loses one sanity point. So that would be Larson and Morgan, right? So Larson, you lose 2.
Trying to double click the amount of dice to roll. Just 1d4, thank you. There we go. 1.
1. Okay.
Is 1 equal 1?
Yes. Sam, you look down and you feel like you're wearing some kind of armored suit. And as you're looking around, you don't have your weapons on you, but you do feel a sense of power from the palms of your gauntlets, I guess, your armored hands. And you're wearing a helmet. You realize you're looking through like the visor of some sort of odd helmet.
Do I feel horns?
Yeah, definitely. You reach up to touch your hair. There's hair back there. It's actually kind of in a ponytail. But on either side of your head, from below the helmet on either side, you feel what kind of feels like goat horns curled.
Ain't this a wicked pisser?
And you find all of yourselves in the middle of a forest.
Anybody got something to
Girl.
drink?
There's a little girl on her knees, and it's the same one that was under the desk. And you see her get up, and before any of you can react, because you're all just WTFing it right now, she books it and takes off into the forest.
Wait! Hey, come back! I ignite my
can
plutonium drive modulator in order to access the hyperdrive of my backpack to go flying after her.
God.
Oddly enough, you do feel a sense of power with whatever it is on your back. You have a backpack. You haven't quite figured it out, but you do hear kind of a sputter and something kick in, and you find yourself about a foot off the ground before you find yourself immediately just back on your feet again. At this point, you see another child coming from the opposite direction from whence she came from, or from where she ran to, rather, running from out of the woods. And you can hear this one. This is a little boy screaming, and he's just going, "No, no!" And you see him being ripped in half, literally in half, leaving a puddle of blood and viscera in the snow on the ground in front of you. You feel the cold deepen. You hear hooves striking stone. You hear chains dragging, and something enormous steps forward from the dark. A horned, almost goat-faced giant looms into view, fur black with soot, iron chains hanging from its shoulders, its eyes burning like coals. its tongue hanging low and wet. And strapped to its back is a wicker basket. Inside of it, you see something shifting, but you are sure are the small broken shapes in awful positions, the bodies of children. Not whole, not resting. I'm going to share a handout. Oh, got it.
Holy fuck.
And you see him take a
That's
deep,
gnarly.
you see him take a deep breath. And in a low voice, you hear him say, "Naughty, all of you." And we're going to call it quits for the night here.
Interesting.
So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us. I didn't want this to push it too late. I see that we're at about the 10:15 mark.
We're just
And
over
this is
2
a-
hours.
This is a pretty good natural break. I want to thank all of my players for allowing me to do this, and Chris, thank you for hosting. And if anybody's watching, thanks for watching. But before we go, Chris, I'm sure, has some final words of wisdom.
Yeah, Sunday on the Odd Lot YouTube channel, we're doing something. We're doing some sort of weird combination of Dungeons and Dragons and mechs. So I don't know. It's a one shot because I think we're down somebody, and it's a crucial time in the main campaign of Kingdom of Steam. And then Monday, I have no idea what's going on yet. Calvin and I have to sort of figure out if there's going to be a one shot or something for Monday. So if all else fails, we should be back here with more Call of Cthulhu next Wednesday. So
Sounds good.
I will, I'll say goodnight for everybody. And